Hey folks, this is Danny with Stuff I Kinda Care About, and today I'm going to be making a fanny pack. Now, I know you see this sweet piece of faux snakeskin, and you're thinking to yourself, but Danny, you already have a fanny pack. Why would you make another one? It's so gorgeous. Well, I want to make one out of some of that leather I got from Acadia Leather. So I'm actually going to rip this thing down and use it as a pattern to make that one. I found this for $3 on stupid sale, and for me, $3 for a pattern is totally worth it. So I've got to start taking seams apart, and we're going to see what happens from there. First step is going to be taking these end pieces off, and then we'll figure out the rest of the bag. So enjoy a sweet time lapse of me ripping seams on these side panels. So now what I have to do is I want to trace these out onto some thicker cardstock with a Sharpie so that I can actually get this done properly. So now I have to cut these out and hopefully not cut myself. Okay. Not really straight. I hope this works. And if it doesn't, I've just wasted a good bit of really decent leather. That's not a daunting thought. Let's cut it, match it up, see what happens. Why not? Oh, I don't like it. So my leather is cut, and I'm very interested to see how this is going to go. I'm worried that I didn't cut these templates right, but we'll see what happens. Thankfully, they're kind of reversible. It's not like they're asymmetrical, so they're pretty symmetrical. So that means that I don't have to worry which angle I cut them at. I just have to worry about which angle I put them together at. So, and take this. So I'm using the back edge of my X-Acto knife to actually mark out these cut lines. So I'm looking at the inside of this, and to be very honest with you, I don't want to line this. I want to leave this the way that it is and let it live its life. This inside's really smooth. It's really well done. So now I'm going to go around with this, which basically helps me get a line where I'm going to punch these holes. So everything's trimmed out. And now I have the distinct pleasure of going down here and making a bunch of holes. Holes are cut. through the magic of non-linear editing. These actually look really good. I'm pretty happy with it. I have no clue how this is going to turn out, but I've found an interesting thing. I'm going to have to figure out exactly how much of this zipper I need, because I've got to cut it shorter than it is. I doesn't know what I'm doing. Alright, I'm going to use a decently large needle and some 1mm waxed cotton thread. We're going to hold off on the waxed cotton thread because it's not going to work. I do have some thick, I think it's quilting. No, it's upholstery thread. So I'm going to double thread this. And we're going to use this. The waxed cotton cordage isn't going to work. It's too thick to pull through this leather. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using this upholstery thread. And it's twice as thick as it usually is. And I'm not waxing it because I don't want to take that time at the moment. Got the zipper sewn on. Due to unforeseen technical difficulties, aka I hit the crap out of my overhead camera, I'm not able to show you most of the sewing, but that's okay. Sewing's boring anyway. I'm really excited about this. I think it looks great. And now I have to figure out what I'm doing with the rest of this. So I'm actually going to use a couple of small paper clips to kind of figure out how I'm laying this out. I'm not happy. To make sure this fits properly, I kind of have to sew up everything else, and that's not the way that I want to do this. But I guess that's the way I'm gonna do it. Probably should have just gotten a pattern from online somewhere and done that. Oh well. We have a semblance of victory. So I went ahead and sewed everything together, and it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it zips open, and there's a pouch. So I'm moderately happy with it. I'm not mad about it. I say that a lot on this channel. So the next thing that I have to do is I have to figure out how I'm going to attach straps to the sides. And I think I'm going to rivet them on. And I'm probably honestly going to use pop rivets for that. But I don't know yet. I might use hammer rivets. We'll see in a minute. But first, one thing that I do have to do is I have this buckle and these pieces here. So 2 of these are going to get attached on either side of these. So one here, one over here. This middle piece isn't going to be there, and that's literally just to have a way to kind of, I'm going to have a piece of leather that comes over, and this is going to be in the middle of it. And so it'll make sense. And then I'm going to have to be able to use this. And this part of it I don't really care about. I'm going to use the leather to wrap in here and just kind of, oh wait, it has to be able to go through here. Anyways, you'll see. It's going to be super interesting how I make this strap. But the first thing that I have to do is I have to cut some leather. So that was going really well until right towards the end. but I might be able to make this work. This is a 13-inch strap. Both of them need to be about 17 inches. So if that's 13, then I need to add about 4 inches to this. So I'm going to add an extra inch, and then I'm going to actually make that kind of a straight cut. It isn't. I'm getting sloppy. It's close to midnight, and I've been working on this project for several hours at this point. And so I'm starting to rush things, which isn't good. I need to get rivets, and I need to get my puncher thing. All right, so these are going to attach to the bag. I'm going to have to use my big posts for that. Thankfully, I have them. Sweet. Now, I have to do that here. I have no idea how I'm wanting to do that. We're getting very close to the end of this, and I'm really excited. I've set all these rivets. They're looking good. So, what I have to do is I have to figure out exactly what's happening with this. So it's done. This is definitively not the prettiest thing I've ever made. I also did a really good job of making it to where I have to have the straps that much pulled out for it to fit me. These are stupid mistakes you make when you're working and you're tired and you just don't stop. Like not having the right rivets, or rivets not being even, or the pack not doing a good job of molding to my body. So it does that, and there's really no way around that. I didn't think things through, and I forgot that this is leather and it doesn't bend like fabric. So this has been an awesome learning experience. I'm a little morose about things. These rivets look pretty gross. I could have made it a lot prettier. But to be honest with you, for the first real, like, actual leather project ever, I'm really happy about it. I did some things that I've never done before. I've literally never sewn a zipper into something in my entire life. And you know what? It's not perfect, but the zipper works. I've never made a bag out of leather. I've made smaller, thinner things. Never made a bag. And that's a challenge, and that's something that I'm going to have to think about next time I approach a project like this. The strap, other than, you know, not making it long enough and not setting the rivets properly, I'm really happy with the strap. I love the look of this hardware. Listen to this. Oh yeah, that's a great sound. Like, yeah, I'm going to stop with the ASMR. I'm beat. I'm exhausted. So I'm going to call it a night. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a crazy learning experience. I'm probably just going to hang this up on a shelf somewhere and use it as a extreme warning of what happens when I'm an idiot and I don't plan ahead for things. I know one thing I could have done was I should have actually made this whole thing more crescent shaped, and then that would have let this contour a little bit better. Didn't do that. This could have done the same thing with it. It would have contoured better, but I think if this top part was crescent, I wouldn't need this to be crescent. I will be making another one of these eventually, and learning from this process and seeing where this goes. Thank you for hanging out. I'm going to go actually eat, because I haven't eaten since like 2 this afternoon, and it's midnight, so I should eat. I'm going to catch you later. Thanks so much, and have an exceptional weekend.